All right, so I'm joined here with Kemal today. Kemal, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm a 31-year-old male, Bosnian, and I love working out. I'm from New York, Queens, and I'm here to talk some fitness with you guys and tell you a little bit about what I do personally almost every day.
All right, so let me ask you a quick question because you brought up the fact that you're from Bosnia. Did Bosnia influence you in what inspired you to start working out on a consistent basis, or no?
Yes and no, I guess. Coming from Bosnia, I don't think they even have gyms out over there as much as they do here, and they're probably more expensive out there, and I'd probably be using like farm animals as weights and whatnot in Bosnia, like
Like the
goats.
Rocky video,
Yeah, like a 135-pound goat, like I could squat a goat,
like in Rocky Four when he goes to Russia.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that. So, that's I could look like that guy if I put the right haircut. But yeah, of course, Bosnia had its part. I was very skinny coming from Bosnia because we have no food. So,
Right.
so coming here, I was a skinny, muscleless guy. Whatever. I had no muscle definition. I was just bones and 6'1", full of bones. So ultimately, that had, I think that played its part in me getting where I am today and being more muscular and into fitness. So yeah, I think it did play its part.
So, what age did you come here at from Bosnia?
I came here at age 8 in 1995 during that famous blizzard. I think was
Oh
that year, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. If you guys recall, yeah, if you were in New York at the time,
yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. But,
So yeah, so you're saying you come into New York, you're 8 years old, you start to get acclimated to the city, and
yeah.
then when did you start feeling that taking care of your body was one of those pivotal moments?
Well, I mean, in my 20s, early 20s, when you turn 21 in New York, I feel like you go into party mode, or chase women, whichever one you want to do. But I feel like you're gonna do a combination of both. At that age, I was pretty lean. I was not muscular. I wasn't really working out. I mean, I play basketball, but I was more focused on enjoying being an adult versus working out. Later on in my life is when I started to kind of slow down on the nightlife and go more into the gym life. So in my early 20s, I was in decent shape, but compared to where I am now, I don't think that was strong.
Right.
So or fit. To the regular person, absolutely, but I'm grading myself differently now.
Nice, nice. So how often do you go to the gym?
Pretty much every day. The only reason why I don't go is because I'm obligated to do something else. Like your birthday or family events, right? Maybe hang out with a woman a whole day. But yeah, pretty much every day. If unless I get injured or I'm sore, like OD sore, where I actually need to rest. I mean, you literally have to sometimes rest because your body just tells you like you need sleep. You should not be at the gym, and so I go as much as I can because I switch up my muscle groups. So I'm able to go every day because I'll get my arms sore, then the next day I'll get my thighs or my abs or my shoulders or my back. So I'm able to go all the time, with that method.
Right, right. So, how long are you doing? How long are your sessions at the gym?
Usually an hour and a half. I'm trying to save the other 15 minutes for stretching and some cardio. So generally, I try to do an hour and a half because I feel like an hour is not enough to do everything, unless you kind of rush through the workouts. But I don't like to rush. I take my time. It's my sanctuary. So yeah, the more you're in there, the better. Let's put it that way. Just think of it as an experience, right? They say you need 10,000 hours to be considered an expert in a subject matter, and that's how I look at this.
Right. So, let's say someone that hasn't gone. Let's say somebody's watching this that hasn't gone to the gym yet and is like
Right,
considering it and thinking
right,
about it. What's a good, and we're talking about an average person. Let's not talk about somebody
right.
that's already have a little muscle in them. Let's not talk about
So
somebody
like,
that's like crazy obese, but let's talk about somebody like a regular Joe Schmo guy that wants to like
right,
start getting the gym.
feel
What's a
it.
good tip or a couple
Right.
tips to start getting that motivation going to be able to
Right.
go to the gym? What's a tip?
Right. So you're probably, Bill at the water cooler, right? You're probably at work and you're,
Right.
talking about how you're gonna work out, right?
Right.
And it comes that day where you're supposed to go, right? So I would say the biggest thing is you just have to go, man. I mean, I feel like everybody's number one weakness is they don't show up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody gets intimidated, coming in a gym, right? I mean, you get intimidated, right? You see these big guys, you see these women that, are stronger than you, you know what I'm saying? So when you come in there, I was a skinny guy, so I was intimidated, but I feel like once you're in there and if you have like a support system, your friend or family member, or, a sister, a mother, hell, as long as you just go with somebody, I feel that helps you a lot with your confidence. So the biggest part is just going there, showing up, because I feel like, that's the hardest part. If you just show up, you're gonna be motivated to work out. Like I've never showed up to the gym and did nothing. Like that's never happened to me. Like unless I feel sick, one time, like, I felt like I was gonna throw up. I felt dizzy. That was the only time I actually went in there and didn't work out for an hour and a half.
Right.
Like how many people can say that? Like, they went there and didn't work. And I know a lot of people come to the gym and they text and they talk. I'm not doing any of that. I am putting in work.
Work.
So if you are serious about this, the first thing you should do is just show up at the gym. The rest should motivate you. All you got to do is show up. You know what I'm saying? With anything, right? You got to go to class, you got to go to work. The number one thing to do, show up.
Right.
So,
So the other day I was thinking about the gym, and I'm like, damn, it'd be dope if we had like an app that you can like locate some gym buddy, right? And I thought I made like a
right.
$1 million discovery, and then when I went to the
Right.
app store, there was like 20 of them already there. So, question: how easy is it nowadays, especially now that everybody's kind of getting into that gym rhythm? How easy has it been to find actually like a gym buddy to go with you or meet you there? It doesn't have to be the same person, but has it been easy to just be like, "Yo, I'm going to the gym, meet me there"?
I want to say, yeah, it's, I think the fitness community is full of people that want to work out with others. And then there are also, some days where you want to work by yourself, not all the time do I want to work out with somebody because I'm following a specific, pattern of workouts and I need to stick to it. So when I bring somebody that's not up to speed, they kind of slow me down. So yes, you should absolutely get somebody, and it's easy to get somebody. I've had no difficulty. I can't even tell you how many people I worked out with, but even people at the gym, like I've seen them so much that we just say hello to each other now,
Right.
they're
Regulars.
the regulars, and they respect me. I respect them. But guess what? I only know them by a first name basis. Like I feel like they're my best friends because it's like. They don't know nothing about my personal business, They don't. Hey, how are you? None of that, It's just like, hey, what are you working out today? Arms. All right, cool. Have a
Right.
good one. It's like, But when you need a spotter, when you need somebody to record your video, they're there. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you gotta understand this is their sanctuary. Like not everybody wants to work out with you. You're at a different level. I'm at a different level. You gotta just find somebody that's where you're at. If you're a beginner, go with a beginner, you know what I'm saying? If you're like, I consider myself, like not advanced, but I like somewhere in the middle, that's where I always want to be. I don't want to, I don't consider myself a beginner because I know a lot more than any beginner does. And I don't consider myself an expert because I'm not doing this professionally. I'm doing this because I love this. I'm good at it. I enjoy it. And it's a lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely get somebody. I find people online, believe it or not, strangers are, really nice actually, believe it or not. I feel like in New York, a lot of people are, all about the money, but in the fitness community, they're all about the fitness. So, find yourself somebody and, I think you'll be fine. Whether it's a male or female, you'll be able to find somebody.
Well, you brought up a good point because a lot of people go, you know what, I can't start going to the gym until I find somebody to go to the gym. And a lot of times that's a difficult thing to do. But
Right.
you brought up a good point where you're like, if you have a routine in place,
Right.
the buddy system would be once in a while rather than all the time. because then you're not making excuses for yourself. Hey, I can't go to the gym today because so and so can't meet me there today. Instead, you're like,
Right.
hey, I already have my routine. Let me start knocking that out, and then maybe once in a while bring somebody in and to join me, right?
Right, right. Yeah, and I think if you're looking for a partner to motivate you, you're looking at it the wrong way, you know. You should be motivated that you go and your partner doesn't go. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like that should motivate you. If anything, you should text your partner and be like, "I'm here. I'll see you next time." You know, you should get used to doing it by yourself because you were born into this world pretty much by you, right? You're not born with a workout partner. I mean, yeah, you have a mother, but so you should see it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I majority of my time I'm working out by myself, but I enjoy working out with others. And when I can, I absolutely love to. Like I've worked out with you. I've worked out with Barry, and it doesn't matter to me. So as long as I go and I do my schedule and I stick to my routine, I'm happy. If you wanna be there with me struggling or being not at my pace, I'm okay with that. As long as I do mine, I make sure you do yours. And
Right.
I'll get on you for yours. Hey, so yeah, that's how I see it.
All right. And now talk to me a little bit about diet, how diet incorporates into this workout routine. Let's say we don't want to go 7 days a week. Let's say we want to go
Right.
2 or 3 days a week. What are we talking about in regards to diet then?
I would say you should go at least 3 days. If you're gonna do two, like if your schedule is crazy, if you're gonna do 2 days, then you should be there at least 2 hours. In my opinion, you should work out at least 5 hours a week. If you're gonna work out, at least 5 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, 2 days is fine. 3 days is fine. The diet is just as important as going. I would say probably more important, only because you can't just eat Chuck E. Cheese and McDonald's and look like me or look like Ronaldo or Neymar. They're not eating that. I rest assured they are not eating that.
Right.
They're eating some really healthy food to make to keep the abs. So your diet should be the first thing you change before you even get in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
It's very intimidating to do both. So I would say that you should just start going first to the gym. That should be your first thing. Just start going. Don't change your eating habits. Because I feel like you have to get in the routine first, and then you should diet. Because if you have no routine, what are you dieting for? For
Right.
something you haven't even done yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So. And the only reason why I would diet first is if you're not gonna go to the gym, if you don't want to work out, if you don't have time for workout, then you should do your diet first. But if you have time to go to the gym, get your routine down first, and then focus on what you can change in your diet. Because you're not gonna see your abs if you're eating, cheeseburgers and pizza and sushi every day. You're
Right.
gonna
Right.
get that by eating, following a strict diet or semi-strict like mine.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. So now tell me, what's your favorite workout at the gym?
Um, I love like chin ups, arm days. I consider that my favorite workout because I feel like I have nice arms. It's always been a staple of my body, I feel like. So I love arm day. I mean, don't get me wrong, like initially, as you do it so much, you're gonna begin to like all of it, So it's a hard question for me to answer. But I'm gonna answer arms because that's the best muscle group on my body.
Oh
So,
yeah. Okay.
a lot of people ask me like, what do you do for arm day? Because I have biceps and triceps that are, defined. So I love that workout the most because of that reason.
Right.
So,
All right. So tell me, what's the craziest? If you can give me more than one, that's awesome. But what's the craziest story you've ever seen or has happened to you at the gym?
oh well, I would call it bloopers, like stuff that's happened to me.
Well, to you or that you've seen, because you're spending a
So I've
lot of
seen.
time at the gym, so you're gonna see a lot of things.
Yeah, yeah. So one time, I guess you could bring race into this, but I don't know how. But like, I'll explain. Let me explain. So I mean, you'll understand why I'm mentioning race in this. Okay, so I was squatting about like 10 feet away from the bench press machine, right? And our bench press machines are lined up right next to each other. So if you're bench pressing, you're right next to the other guy, and he's right next to the other guy. And on the corner of my eye, as they're like on my right hand side, so I could see because I have basketball view, so I could see them even though I don't know who it is. I know he's there because I could see it on the corner of my eye.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the bar going up. Even though I'm not looking, I can feel, I can see that the bar is going up. And as I'm turning, I see he's not, the bar is not going up, and this guy has the bar at his neck, and he can't get the bench up. You know what I'm saying? He's like struggling to get this bar up. Like you could literally destroy your neck. You know what I'm saying? I think there was a football player, Joe McKnight. He almost died from having the bench press fall on his neck. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't die, you're gonna have a crazy injury. Like it literally ruined his career. So imagine that you work your whole life and then a bench press ruins your career. But anyways, this guy was doing the bench press, dropped it on his neck. I ran towards him, and I was just astonished that I'm the only one who noticed. You know what I'm saying? And he was a darker gentleman, and I didn't know if that had anything to play with it. But I ran towards him, and I helped him, you know what I'm saying? And I gave him a dap, and I was like, "You all right, brother?" He's like, "Yeah, man, thank you." And I feel like, where was everybody else, man? That really kind of pissed me off that, you know what I'm saying? Like, are people not picking up the bar because of race? Or are they just don't give a fuck?
Was the neighborhood predominantly Caucasian?
It is.
Yeah, that's
it is. And we do have a couple non-Caucasians, but the problem that I saw with that was, I bet you if that was a white woman who was pretty with a nice behind, that there'd be 8 fucking guys running up to her and helping her with that. You know what I'm saying? And that was my problem with it. Like I just even in the gym, I feel like, we're racially divided.
Right.
But I don't see it that way, and that's why I help my brother out with the bench press. So
right. So I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is a pretty crazy.
So
story.
I mean, that's why I wanted to bring that story up, because I want to say that had nothing to do with it, but in this world, let's be real, that has something to do with it.
So your gut and intuition told you, like, yo, they ain't helping him because possibly this reason.
I mean, what other reason y'all can help this man? He's about to literally get physically hurt. Why are you not, like, you can't stop your workout for 2 seconds? Like, there was like 8 dudes around him.
Right, you're right, because
I'm not even next to him.
If a hot chick came around and she gave you that look, like, I'm a little confused, like 10 people would have like ran up to her, like, yo.
Bro, they even like, I mean, I see that happen when a girl does any kind of workout at the gym. There's guys just come out, oh, you're doing this way or this. If she was about to die like this guy was, I mean, I guarantee there will be 8 dudes there helping her out, But he wasn't a white female with a nice booty,
Any other story in the gym or no?
I have one too, where I decided to do. So usually when you do your squats, you have like this bar that protects you. If you can't go all the way up, it's kind of like you let go and the bar just falls and it won't injure nobody.
Oh, like a safety.
Like a safety mechanism where you can just kind of go down and let go and it'll fall on the safety measure. Now, on this specific day, I was a little more braver than usual, and I actually just picked up the 135 on my back. It's 135 pounds, so that's, the bar, which is 45. You have 2 45s on the side, and I don't have no safety feature. I'm strong enough to just lift it off the floor, put it right here, put it above my head, put it on and I started doing the squats. But then I got exhausted to the point, as I finished it, I didn't think of how I was gonna put it down. I was just like, wait, I got to do this very carefully because I can't just, throw it, So I was like, all right, I'm going to put it on my back and as I'm going down, I'm just going to let go of it, like backwards. So that did not work out how I envisioned. So as I threw it over my back, like basically I just let it go. Like you're usually holding it like this over on your shoulder right here, like literally on your neck. Mm-hmm. And at the last second, as I'm going down, I just push it back like that, right? You push your hands back and it goes down. I did not envision it was gonna scrape across my whole back.
Oh.
Not only that, the impact of the weight, like it was literally holding me back from falling. So the moment that thing fell on the floor, I fell backwards, and the whole gym heard it because it's a 135 smacking on the floor. It's like a
Yeah.
deadlift, it makes a lot of noise. So I literally was on the floor like this, like, oh my God, that could have gone so much worse, and never again am I gonna just throw it behind my back. So do the safety feature, go by the bar.
Yeah.
Don't, even though you physically are powerful enough like I am, or you could be, right, don't do it. You gotta just avoid stuff like that. Be careful, guys.
Yeah. Safety
Don't
first.
get injured. Don't do stupid stuff like they do on Instagram, because those guys are all getting injured, guaranteed, guaranteed.
Yeah. Preparation is key, right?
Yeah, the best thing you could do is not get injured. Okay,
Right.
doing 500 pounds, you're gonna get injured doing all these wild stunts, jumping off box squats. Like, come on, we've all seen gym fuckery, and
Yeah.
you're gonna get injured if you do stupid stuff. So, safety first, guys. Safety
Yeah.
first. Take it
Yeah.
from me. That's two examples right there. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I wanted to thank you, Kamal, for being on the channel today. If you want to look right into the camera, just give us a little message. If you want to promote yourself, whatever you want to say, any thing you want to add, let us know.
All right. Well, you guys can follow me on Instagram at KemoFitNYC. That's KEMOFITNYC. I want to thank Esteban for the great interview. You guys can follow me, DM me. I'm gonna have a website up soon. Can offer some of my workout packages, and feel free to contact me, guys. I'm pretty friendly. So thank you, and feel free to reach out.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Kamal. Appreciate it. All right, man. Later.